Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another video on Modern Warships. I'm the Unknown, and we continue the series of roasting every ship, every ship player out there. And right now I'm doing the frigates, which means the last video that's going to be after this is destroyers. I wanted to say destroyers for last because it's the longest the longest lineup of ships. But yeah, anyways, you know, I'm gonna start off with the Gorshkov because I honestly I'd never see the ship online now. This was the very first Battle Pass frigate, I believe. And yeah, nobody uses this anymore. Like it had its fair run, back in 2022 where it was used for the damage tournament a lot, or actually it was the kills tournament. But nobody uses the ship. So it's literally just an ancient relic collecting dust. Same thing with this. This is basically a Gorshkov on steroids, and again, I never see this ship online. This is literally just this thing became a relic faster than the Gorshkov did. Now, if you use this, you're only using it because of the unflareable missile. That's all anybody cares about with these dumbass frigates. I'm just gonna say right now, if you use frigates, you're noob. You're the biggest noob in the game next to sub players. This thing has an unflareable spammable missile and an unflareable torpedo. So if you use this, you're a freaking noob. This is the Belgorod of frigates. I'm saying, like, if you use this, I'm sorry, you're the biggest freaking noob next to a Belgorod main. This is like the worst, most annoying frigate of its time when it came out. This unflareable missile is so freaking annoying. Like this thing takes no skill to use. Like, I mean, it does kinda, but at the same time, it's like it has an unflareable missile, so it's like a guaranteed hit every time. It got so annoying that it got nerfed. That's how bad this thing was. This thing was mad fucking annoying. The JS Mogami is actually a pretty decent frigate, in my opinion. I don't use it, and I never see this thing online anymore, but I will say, I'll give credits due. This thing's a pretty decent frigate. But again, no one uses this. It's an ancient relic. This is also, again, the more annoying version of the Glasgow. Again, this thing has an unflareable missile, 4 torpedoes, another freaking missile, a cannon. Like, this thing is so annoying to face, but at the same time, it's so easy to kill. It's unbelievable how annoying this thing is. And what's even funnier is people thinking they're good using this thing. Now, the F124, on the other hand, is the best frigate in the game, hands down, and there's no contest. There's no disputing it. This is the best frigate in the game. It's fast. It has a perfect set of armaments. It's just perfect. I have nothing bad to say about this ship. This one, on the other hand, is annoying, but in a good way. I love how this cannon is not auto-aim, but at the same time, it's anti-air. So this thing is like a perfect air defense. So if you're using a carrier and you see an F125, you might as well just leave, because all he's going to do is target your planes and nothing else. The F126, I would argue, is the second best frigate next to the F124. This thing, when it first came out, and people used HJJs on this thing, most notably Zenith's JP Morgan and Kotz Clan's Wiggle Jiggle, are probably the most skilled F126 players ever. The number one, like, they're pretty much tied for the number one spot on the F126 player. This thing, with X51s and HJJs, wreaked havoc online. So yeah, again, I can't say nothing bad about this. If you use this, you're insanely freaking skilled. Now, I can't say the same about the F127. When this thing first came out, all anybody did was camp in the back of the map, don't move. They just sat there and spammed whatever they had. This was the most annoying frigate when it came out, because that's all they did. They would just sit. They didn't even move. They didn't even, like, turn their ship around. They sat there in the back of the spawn and just spammed you, thinking they were so good at the game. But in reality, they weren't. Now, the FS Aquitaine is also, again, another ship, and I do know one of the players that glazes this ship a lot is King's Gambit, King's Gambit and Zenith's Ironclad. They're the two biggest Aquitaine glazers in this game. I don't know why they like it so much. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong, but, like, I prefer the F124. Like, this thing is just, people glaze this thing for no freaking reason. Who the fuck uses this? Anyways, the Hexeres is, for the pay-to-win people that think they're really good, but again, it's a frigate. Like, there's nothing good about this ship. It has one singular lock-on missile that has a very slow reload, so it gets flared like 100% of the time. This thing is just annoying because of its speed. I'm sorry. You have nothing else going for you. Now, the FS Blue Shark, last but not least, is... And if anybody uses this, you're just flexing the fact that you own the most expensive frigate. There's no other reason why you're using this. I will say, though, 2 Blue Sharks in a squad is better than 1, because 1 Blue Shark can easily be killed, but 2 of them working together is pretty much an unstoppable force. So yeah, I think the biggest noobs in this game use the F127, the Chungnam, and the Glasgow. If you use any other ship, any other frigate, you're just a noob, I'm sorry. Unless you're using the F124 or the F126. Those are the only exceptions. Those are like the best frigates in the game. They take a lot of skill to use. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next is going to be destroyers, and yeah, there's a lot of destroyers to go through. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, definitely give this video a lot of views. And yeah, peace out.